Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is JoJo Palacio, and on this channel, we talk about all things beauty, and today we're hitting all of the topics that you guys want to hear about. We're doing a simple glam, we're doing a foundation that lasts, well, the best foundation that lasts the best underneath of a mask. I'm obsessed with this foundation. I've been raving about it, but I thought I'd do a YouTube video focused on why I think this foundation wears so well underneath of a mask. But I also wanted to tie in fall and a vampy lip because, you know, that's just me. So we did this look right here. I kept it simple. We started with the base because I want to focus on this guy, which is the star of the show, but we'll talk about that guy in a little bit. Before we get started on this tutorial, I want to encourage you guys and ask you guys to subscribe to my channel. We have goals on this channel to get to 1,000 subscribers by 2021. And the way that we can do that is by you guys subscribing and sharing with your friends and family on Facebook and all social media platforms. You can also comment, hit the thumbs up, like the video. That way YouTube knows that it is something that should be shared with the world. If you guys don't let YouTube know, then no one will discover me. And that's not good. I should be shared with the world. So do that for me before we get into this video. And if you want more content, because 3 days is not enough, you can follow me on Instagram. It's jojo_palacio. And let's have some fun. Let's chat it up on Instagram or here. So like always, I am gonna be commenting and replying to your comments for the first hour that this video is posted. So if you are here within the first hour, thank you so much for showing up, coming through. You guys are so faithful. You're so good. Comment down below. I'll be replying to your comments, and let's just get into this tutorial already because I know you want to know about this magical foundation. All right, guys, so we're gonna get started today on this super simple fall glam look that's gonna survive through a mask, right? That's really the only thing that I wanna hear about lately is something that's gonna survive through the mask because you wanna stay safe, you wanna stay protected, but you wanna look slayage qualified, you know, like we're gonna slay today. So let's get started on that. Complexion is done. You wanna start off with skincare. I cannot stress this enough. Skincare is so important, especially when it comes to making any type of makeup last, regardless of you wearing a mask or not. Your skin, if it feels dehydrated, if it feels like it does not have enough support from good botanical based ingredients inside of your skincare, then forget it. Nothing's gonna last on. So my skin has been treated, it has been protected with some SPF. We can move on to getting it ready. So we're gonna start off by priming. Priming is gonna be a very important part of your skincare as well. I feel like primers that are mattifying, oil absorbing, even slick primers, like today we're gonna have this guy on. This is a Hydro Grip Primer by Milk Makeup. We're gonna wear this guy all over. This is supposed to cling to foundation, concealer, and help it last. So that sounds about right. L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock in my T-zone. This is gonna help absorb any oil, lock it in, disappear, make my pores beautiful. So we're just gonna take a little bit of that in the center areas where I know that I am. Okay, the moment that you have all been waiting for, the foundation that this whole video is about is this guy right here. So I get asked all the time what foundation I recommend for oily skin, for long wearing, flawlessness that doesn't feel like you have anything on but covers, is this guy. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation, and I use it in the shade 2.18. So what I do is I take about this much of the foundation to start off with, and I'll apply it with a nice buffing brush. I have a ton of buffing brushes. If you don't believe me, here they all are. They're all buffing brushes, different companies, different brands, but I'm gonna pick one here. This is the Makeup Shack T40. I'm gonna just use a buffing brush to help get best amount of coverage from an already good coverage foundation. The reason why I like this foundation is because it is a nice coverage, obviously. The finish is so great. It is a matte foundation, but it's not one of those harsh, dry, crackly, cakey mattes. It is a very nice, soft matte foundation, and I don't have to work as hard to build the coverage. I usually just use one layer and I'm good to go. The foundation is very much humidity proof. It is sweat resistant, as well as has pretty good transfer resistance is what I'm gonna call it, because I've worn it under masks numerous times and I do not get as much on the mask when I wear this foundation as I do other foundations. So I will say that. I have had this last all day with me putting on, taking off, putting on, taking off. So I love it. You can still see a lot of the glow underneath of this foundation, which is really important to me as someone who's combination skin. Combination being that I get drier in the outer part and oily in the inner section. So I know that this will hold through the oil, but it won't cake up in the outer perimeters. So I love it. I am going to use this guy right here, which is the Milk Makeup Stick in medium tan to bronze up. I don't want to do something too contoured because it is a daytime, everyday type of look. So what I like to do is just contour with creams instead of powders. I feel like they just work better in combination with foundations versus a contouring stick or a contouring powder. For that, I like to use a nice angled brush or even a stiff blending brush. So I'm going to use this guy by BH Cosmetics. This is the number 1 of their marble collection. And so I'm just going to pat that into the skin, trying to make sure that I am not swirling or lifting because I'm swirling. So you just want to make sure you're pushing that into the skin. I really love the combination of a cream stick foundation with an actual foundation to blend out as contour. I feel like it works so well. I don't know how else to explain to you guys that even if you are, especially if you're dry, creams are going to be absolutely great for you. But even if you're oily, the blend is just awesome. So let's move on to under eye concealer. For under eye concealer, I'm using another product that I know for a fact wears really well underneath of masks, and that's this guy right here. So this is a Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. I use it in the shade 10N. This is gonna be a nice color correcting concealing shade as well. And so what I like to do is blend it out with a brush and then push it in with a sponge. The Overachiever is a really nice full coverage concealer. The consistency is a little thicker, but I love it because when I use it, especially on makeup appointments, makeup sessions that I book, I have this in my kit and I love it. It works really well to contour, it works really well to highlight, but it blends so nicely into the skin. And you don't have to layer as much of the concealer because it is so full coverage. So that is always a plus, especially when you are doing makeup for weddings or photography. You just want to make sure that you are aware. I don't want to say not layering, but you're aware of the layers that you're applying onto your client's face because it does come through on camera. All right, guys, so this is where we are with the complexion. I feel like this is flawless. It looks so good. I don't usually set this foundation with powder, but I will set my under eye area, and I'm going to use this right here. If you don't know what this is and you're new to my channel, I want to stop for a minute and invite you to subscribe to my channel. I post videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of every single week. And this right here is JoJo's powder combination. I have a lot of combinations: foundation combination, primer combination, powder combination is absolutely a thing. I made it a thing. And so in here I have 3 different powders that are all drugstore but work beautifully together to create this formula that I'm obsessed with. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me in Light, Maybelline Fit Me in Fair, loose powder, and then there's also the RCMA in Translucent in here mixed together to make this beautiful melt on your face powder that just sets your makeup without caking, without creasing, without leaving any flashback. It is excellent. If you guys are looking for a powder because you're stressed out about powders, try that out. It should total come out to like maybe $25 for the powder, which is absolutely what you would pay for one powder at Sephora, except it'll last you forever because I just keep remixing once I get low, and this is amazing. You're gonna love this powder. I absolutely am obsessed with it. So we're gonna move on to the next step, which for me is gonna be brows. If you haven't seen my brow tutorial, I'm gonna link that above. You absolutely need to check it out. I go into detail about what I do and why I do what I do. It's very important that you are doing things symmetrically and specific to your brow shape. So I'm gonna skip through this part and I'll be back with some brows. All right, guys, I am back and ready. So we're gonna do the eyes. For the eyes, I'm just gonna take that same brush I used to apply my concealer, and whatever I have left over from that Overachiever, I'm just gonna continue to work that onto the lids. blend out anything that's on the brush just to create a very thin layer of a base. And I'm just using this guy. Like, I've been loving it. I know you've seen it in the last one or two of my tutorials, but it is such a good palette to have for every day. This is the Urban Decay Reloaded palette. This is what this guy looks like. And so we're gonna start off with Bucked, which is this guy right here. Excuse my nails, they're so messed up. I need you, Valentina. I need you. Oh, I'm so messed up. So we're gonna take the Makeup Shack T46 brush, which is a nice blending brush, and I'm gonna just build up Buck. I wanna build it up on the brush and very lightly pat out any of the excess powder. It's gonna be very important to get rid of the excess so it doesn't create fallout. And even though we have powder down here to clean up with, you just wanna be careful. So I'm gonna take Bucked and I'm gonna just lean my head back and we're gonna go in. No powder, I'm aware. We're just gonna go right into it just to increase the pigmentation of Bucked. We're just gonna go into it with the wet base. Wet, you know, it's like, and in between, what I like to do is use a clean blending brush. This guy is the Soho blending brush, and just kind of work that out, smoke it out so that we create the shape, the depth, and the smoke that we want for this look. All right, guys, this is where we are with the smokage. I'm loving it. We are gonna go down into the bottom lash line, but I wanna finish with the top first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply a little bit of Distilled and Dreamweaver, which are the shades directly next to that. So this Distilled Dreamweaver, and we're going to apply that. I wanna say I wanna use my finger, but let's just dampen a flat brush. So we're gonna use, it's a little too small. This guy right here, this is just by BH Cosmetics. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, pick up Distilled, because I want that for like the majority of the lid. And I'm gonna dampen it with my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Just one spritz, I don't want it too wet. And we are going to just apply that. This is a very pretty color. I know you can't see it on camera, but it's got some like pretty pink reflex. It's very cute. And so what I want to do is take Dreamweaver with the same brush and actually flip it, spritz the other side with some Urban Decay All Nighter, and work that into the outer corner just so it's a little darker. It's not that big of a difference, but honestly, you can absolutely tell with details like this in photographs or even in person. It just, I don't know, like it makes a difference. I'm so glad we have that powder because there's so much fallout, so much. Okay, and then I want to deepen up the crease area just a tiny bit, and to do that I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. This one is by Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, the JH40, and I'm going to take Endgame, which is that brown in the middle of the palette, and I just want to put it right in the crease area to just darken it up a little bit. All right, guys, and just because I can, and I kind of want to switch it up a little bit, what I'm going to do is blend out this like cranberry shade, which is called Burn. You guys see that there? Burn, which is that guy. We're going to blend that out in the lower lash line. I'm very excited about this. It's a little different, but you know, it goes with the smokiness, and it's a pop of color without being too much, I think. So I'm going to take a stiff brush. This guy is also by JH Cosmetics, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, and it is the JH40, and we're just gonna build that up on the brush and work that into the lower lash line. Okay, perfect. So let's get some lashes on. I'm gonna use the Beauty Creation lashes in T, as well as my Huda Beauty Legit Lashes mascara. I always want to make sure I put a little bit of mascara on to lift the lashes up, give it some support. With this look, I'm going to take the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Demolition. You're going to see this pencil a lot in all of my fall looks. I love a brown versus a black. It just works better for my everyday looks. It works better for me in general. I just like the way that that looks versus the harshness of the black. All right, guys, so lashes are on. We're in the home stretch, like literally almost done. So we're going to take our palette again and the shade Angel Fire, and I'm going to use Angel Fire as like the inner corner highlight. I'm going to take that actually and bribe together to just kind of create a nice bold icy highlight. All right, guys, so once the highlight is on, let's do a little bit of lower liner. I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics Power Pencil in Beige. And then I'm also going to use that same mascara, the curl and length side, to just give my lashes a nice coat. So once we have that done, we can move on to the rest of the complexion. I know that I have to wipe off the under eye area because there's fallout, but before I do that, I always like to bronze up. What I'm going to use to bronze up today is a Benefit Hoola bronzer. I'm going to actually bring in an oldie but a goodie of mine. This is the Jaclyn Hill JH05 collaboration with Morphe, and I'm just going to bronze up / contour up with this, reiterate a lot of the cream work that we did. Now that we've done that, I'm going to use this tapered brush to dust off the excess powder. This is another one of Jaclyn Hill and Morphe's collaboration, JH07, and I just like to dust that off, take it into the contour on the cheeks just to make sure everything is smooth and not as like harsh, so it's a nice transition. And so we are going to highlight before we blush up, and so the highlight I'm going to use is one that I've been loving. This is a gold highlight by Dior. I love this guy. Look how pretty that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fan / highlight brush. This is an M501, and I'm going to generously apply that to my cheekbone. This melts into your skin like butter. I love that. I'm going to apply that in the shape of a C right above my eye and into the cheekbone area just to create some very nice highlight. Guys, this highlight is so buttery. Like you can see it, it's there, but it's not chunky. It's just very skin-like. I love that. The last step before we do lips, because I am going to go dark with the lips, I promise. I know I said that last time and I didn't, but I am. I'm going to set my whole face with this Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I love this setting spray, period. Pre-COVID, during COVID, love it. It is such a good setting spray. It just melts everything into the skin. It's got temperature control. It has got oil control, so I love that. Let me go pick a lip color. My hair is done. Hey, just saying that. My hair is done. Guys, I am so proud of myself. Let me pick a lip color and I will be back to film an outro for you guys. Alright guys, so this is the finished look right here. I am 2 for 2. I committed to the dark lip situation and we did it. I know that I mentioned in the last video that I wanted to start looking into lip colors because I literally, even though I have 3 drawers full of lipsticks, I feel like I have none. So for fall time, I feel like this nailed it. It is absolutely a very rich cranberry type of color that tied in beautifully to the look. Like this is gorgeous. And this guy is by Sephora, so it is at a drugstore price. However, it is a high-end quality brand, and it is the shade number 24. They have such good lip colors. It is a matte, but it is not a hydrating dry matte type of lip. It is very hydrating, very comfortable. Like I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Sephora. Anytime the clients come in saying, I want a really good matte lipstick, Sephora collection all the way. So that is it for today's look. If you guys like this look, hit the thumbs up button. It was majorly focused on the fact that this is the best foundation to wear underneath of a mask. However, I wanted to do a simple glam because you guys love simple glams. And the best way to do simple glam is to throw on a pair of lashes and a pop on the lips. So this is it for fall. Hope that you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Besides subscribing, we have a goal on this channel to get to 1,000 subscribers by 2021. And the way that you can help me out with that is by sharing my videos on Facebook, sharing them on Instagram, commenting down below, letting me know what you like, letting YouTube know that you like this content so YouTube can share it with the world. So I love you guys, bless you guys, and I'll see you next time.